So my next entry for my Academy Award Best Picture winners list, obviously my previous one was Slumdog Millionaire. So now 2009 Best Picture winner, The Hurt Locker, which won 6 Academy Awards in 2009, including Best Picture and Best Director. And this is a film about Staff Sergeant James, who is an adrenaline junkie. He is all about how war is a drug, essentially. It is hell, but it's also a drug for him. He diffuses all these bombs during these situations in Iraq, and he is not the best leader, but he does know how to get things done, and it is very captivating to see him go about the film. Jeremy Renner does a great job in the lead role. I think he's perfect, honestly. And it's so refreshing to see him in this, considering now when people think of Jeremy Renner, they think of him as Hawkeye in the Avengers. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but go watch The Hurt Locker and actually see how he can act, because he's great in this movie. I also love the directing. Catherine Bigelow did such a great job. I don't know why, but she I guess in her mind she was just kind of like, oh, let's do a lot of edits, like, more than usual for a movie. Let's also do handheld camera, see how it works. And it worked very well. I thought the handheld camera work was great. Same with the editing style. We learned about that in my film class several years ago with this film. It was shown in class and we studied it. And it is a really well-edited film, especially. The score by Marco Beltrami, it's good. It's not memorable, but it is good with how it depicts certain scenes. I also think that the action scenes are done in a way where it's both thrilling and raw. And that's the best kind of action to me, because so oftentimes you can have a war film focus on action in a glamorized way and not in a raw, visceral way where it feels realistic. And this film does such a great job of making you feel as though you are in these soldiers' shoes, particularly, obviously, Staff Sergeant James. And this film also is a good character study of the main character and his inability to change. He's not willing to change no matter what. He is who he is, and he's accepted that. A technical note, this film is great. Like I said, the editing, the pacing, the way it was shot, everything is perfect with that. It entertained me. And I would say my only negative with this film, it isn't even something that bothers me personally. It's something that I always have in the back of my mind when I do watch this film. And that is the fact that when this movie came out, a lot of people that are actually in, the army, particularly Iraq, they say it. The main character would not be able to get away with the things that he did. He would not be able to be the way he is. And I don't know if that's true. I wasn't in Iraq. I wouldn't know. But based on that, and then also just kind of the things that he does that don't really seem rational, and just kind of like, wow, like, why are you doing that? So I guess the inaccuracy of depicting it just kind of bothers me, because although it is competently well made and Catherine Bigelow did a great job directing, I just kind of wish there was the accuracy, especially because Mark Bowl is a great writer. His follow-up film that he wrote, Zero Dark 30, also directed by Catherine Bigelow, I read the book for that, and that movie was very accurate to the book, which, obviously was about the declassified Osama bin Laden hunt. So I just kind of wish that The Hurt Locker was also just as heavily detailed with accuracy the way Zero Dark 30 was. So again, that's just my opinion. Again, it's not something that solely affects me, but I feel as though I can understand why some people wouldn't like the film because of that. Also, the ending, I think it's good, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of saddening. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but it's kind of saddening, and not in a way where it's like, oh wow, that was like powerful, oh wow, that was very satisfying for the character. It was like, it just kind of ended, and it's like, I get those kind of endings, I'm fine with them usually, but for a film like The Hurt Locker, where you have the first 2 hours be so drenched in sweat and just thrilling elements, to then have the ending it did, it was kind of like, I don't know. But nonetheless, The Hurt Locker, for me, guys, it is a really well done film. I would definitely recommend it if you're in the mood for a thrilling movie that's also thought-provoking with its themes. And The Hurt Locker, for me, I'll be giving it a 4.5 and 5-star rating. Or for those that like hot sauce grades, Tabasco sauce. That means it's a pretty darn good movie. And now the big question that I try and do with every Best Picture winner. Did it deserve Best Picture? Well, I personally think it did. Because the whole thing in 2009 was Catherine Bigelow versus James Cameron. They used to be married. And James Cameron's Avatar, everyone was having a hard-on for. And I didn't like Avatar. I don't like Avatar. I respect it for its visual effects. That's about it. And its score, even though it stole from Titanic, the theme and everything. But anyways, all the other Best Picture movies were honestly very weak. Other than District 9 and The Hurt Locker. District 9 is a great movie, for sure. But I feel as though The Hurt Locker, it is a film that it's necessary to watch. It is necessary to kind of like get an idea on the mind of someone that is going through these situations that, for viewers such as myself, wouldn't have any other understanding of, because I haven't been in that situation. So, I don't know. Hurt Locker, I'd say it definitely does deserve to win Best Picture. Kind of like Slumdog Millionaire of 2008. It's a good Best Picture winner. It is. It's not a bad Best Picture winner by no means. You know, it's not like a Crash. But guys, Hurt Locker, did you like it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and also get ready for my next Best Picture review, which will be The King's Speech. That will come soon. Don't you worry. But don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.